Okay, we have triangle ABC. Let's start by deriving the cosine rule. We will talk about the cosine rule from this triangle here. I know you can read about it from your books. Like some of you know already that c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2bc multiplied by cosine of c. And that is the first thing we need to learn. So what am I saying? If this is a, then this will be small a, right? If that is angle B, then that will be small b. If this is angle C, then that will be small c, right? Then the cosine rule states that c squared, for instance, is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2 times ab multiplied by cosine of angle C. Right, and you can write it in many different forms. I started here with c squared. If I want to start with a squared, then I know that my answer will be a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of angle A. So it's a squared here, so it will be cosine of A there. Then if I want to start with b squared, then it will be a squared plus c squared. You'll notice that the three sides are actually used. Your three sides of length a, b, and c. So this is b squared equals a squared plus c squared. But we go on. Because as it is, it would look like Pythagoras theorem. Then we say minus 2 multiplied by AC, and you see where the A's are and the C. Then we say cosine of angle B because we said B squared there. So that will be angle B. Okay, so this is the cosine rule. It's easy to learn. After 4 or 5 examples, you should know that rule by heart. Okay. Yeah, you'll be given the rule in the tests and the exams, so it will be given as a formula. Now let's try and prove it. Not because there is anything important about it, but let's just prove that and see what we can do. So for the proof, I want us to draw a perpendicular height starting from A. Let's draw a height from A. So that is h, our height. Right, then the length BC is equal to A. So I want us to make this one here equal to X. So tell me, guys, let me call this point D. I'll call that point D. If it is X units from D to C, how many units is it from B to D? Given that it is A units from B to C. So remember the length of BC is equal to A. And I'm making this part equal to X. So what is that part equal to? So that one is A. It's A from here up to there. Now I'm making it X from here to there. Therefore this should be A minus X, right? Good. So that should be A minus X. So we're just saying the whole distance A subtract X should be that one there. Okay, so there we are. So we have 2 triangles now. I want us to start with triangle ABD. From this triangle ABD, let's apply Pythagoras theorem. Right, so I'll say in triangle ABD, apply Pythagoras' theorem. Give me the equation. What is c squared equal to? A minus x all squared, right? Plus h squared, correct? Okay, let's simplify it a little bit. I'll remove those brackets. So that would be a squared minus 2ax plus x squared plus h squared, right? Okay, I'm just removing those brackets. So I'll call this one equation number 1. We will use it later. Right, do you see what we've done there? Now let's go to the other triangle now. That is triangle ADC. Use Pythagoras theorem again. What is b squared equal to? X squared plus h squared. And you know what that means? That means wherever we see x squared plus h squared, we can actually put b squared, right? And you can see where we can do that in number 1. There is x squared plus h squared. So later on, we'll go back there and put b squared there. Then the third thing I want us to do, I want us to find the cosine of angle C. What is the cosine of angle C? This is a right-angled triangle, and cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. What is the adjacent side there? For triangle ADC, it's x, right? Okay, it's x, and the hypotenuse is b. Okay. So if we rearrange that, what is x equal to? We just need to move the b away, right? Move the b to the other side. So we get b cosine of angle C. So this is our third equation. Now let's put them together because we want an answer. You will notice these formulas here are not using x, and neither are they using h. So we don't really want x and h, right? So we are now going to eliminate from equation 1, 2, and 3. We're going to eliminate x and h so that we can just remain with a, b, and c and the angles. Right, so agree that we can sub in where we see x squared plus h squared in number 1. We can put b squared, right? So let's go back to number 1. Let's rewrite number 1. So that is c squared equals a squared. A we need, so we need to put it there. It says minus 2a multiplied by x, but what is x from number 3?
B cos.
From number 3, x is b cosine of c, right? All right. So that is our 2ax. Then it says plus x squared plus h squared. But what is x squared plus h squared from number 2? It's b squared, right? So where there is x squared plus h squared, we can just put b squared. So this is what we get now as our fourth equation, which is what we are looking for. That is actually the cosine rule, but let's rearrange it and make it easy to understand. So if you rearrange that, then you get c squared is equal to a squared. I'll put the plus b squared next. And then the minus, if I remove those brackets, I get minus 2a b cosine of angle C. And we've got the formula